back in the saddle and we know how to horse.
Nay.
Oh, you naysayers. Welcome to the Crazy Train, episode 39. I'm your host, Rob Wade, and with me, from left to right, is Marc Cummins.
In Soviet Russia, Crazy Train listens to you! Nay.
And Blake Home.
Hello from the crazy train. I think I've gone a bit more insane. I want to tell you I'm crazy, and that's all the words that I know.
That's more than I've got.
Someone gives summer colouring.
Yeah.
We've got X Factor 2016 in the bag.
The Blake's Factor.
Yeah.
I appreciate music.
Woo!
Yeah. He's in. He's the only person on the show called Blake.
So we're a little short on numbers today because a couple of people wanted a day off, so we're granted them. And Omer is in the process of becoming a father, which is very exciting for everybody.
Yeah. That was amazing. I thought it would be Charlotte that'd be giving birth.
Yeah. And yet, he's so busy. It's
Do you reckon he's going to come out with the same beard that he does?
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah. I mean, it's 10 minutes late, so it's a chip off the old block already. So, just before we start, this is an announcement on the show. There'll be a proper one before this point, but it's nice to be able to say officially that Marc is now a proper, full-fledged member of Emotionally 14. So, Marc, welcome aboard the welcome aboard the Crazy Train. You've done that before. Oh, man.
I said, this is the worst introduction of good news ever.
I haven't thought this through.
Let's just give him the seal of approval and be done with it.
Thank you.
Alright, cool.
You can't see me, but I'm taking a bow.
Yeah, that's cool. Right, don't do it too low because
And
you'll
you see
smash
me.
your face on that desk.
It's how I can eat my Twix quicker.
So, the kind of overwhelming thing that's been happening to me recently, which I thought I'd get you guys kind of input on, is I'm starting to feel really fucking old because of things that are beyond my control, circumstances that are just odd, and they don't necessarily kind of correlate to any one thing, but they contribute to this overall feeling of I'm getting old because. And I'll give you some examples, right? So, when I leave my house in the morning, the road I live on has like an elevated bit across the road. So my road is on one level and the other side of the road is on this kind of quite high up.
I thought you were going to come in and just go, oh, I remember when all this was field.
Back in
And they just built all these houses around my house and fucking...
I remember back in there
Back in
when this was all fields and grass and stuff.
Yeah. And I feel fucking aged.
I feel ancient. Anyway, so across from my road, it's like on a wall, and then on top of that sort of elevation, there's some more houses. And when I come out for work in the mornings, there's a family who lives opposite who's got two little girls that are like sort of 6 to 8 years old. I'm not really sure. Like ballpark it, 8.5, 9 at a push.
12.
20.
Keep going.
47. So there's a couple of sort of school age girls. And I've noticed that if I leave the house at the same time they're leaving for school, they will just stop what they're doing and stare at me. Just with the utmost zone of intensity I've ever seen. And this is...
Do they think they're in scanners? So you don't
I don't
blow your head up or
know. I don't
something?
know.
Well, put away the fucking binoculars. Put away your binoculars and they'll stop looking at you.
Well, yeah. But they're looking down at me, which I mean, metaphor, but...
If they see you, then you see the big exclamation appear above their head, like,
Little kids.
balls.
So,
Not in a little kid.
the bit that makes me feel old about it is, when I was younger, if there was a kid kind of looking in my direction, I would attempt to put myself in their mindset and try and work out what they're thinking when they look at me. They are so stone-faced and blank that I've got nothing. And it just makes me feel really old.
But they sitting there talking and then all of a sudden they just stop and just turn slowly to look at you.
Well, like a bar, like a 19...
Creaking door.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ding-a-ling, ding-ding-ding-ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the saloon across from my house.
Piano stop.
Yeah, the saloon across from my house. It's all got a bit weird. The pub hates it.
Yeah.
Because it attracts all the cowboys.
So that's what makes you feel old. It's just kids staring at you.
There's a lot of things that do that, but like that's one that just sticks in my head.
As long as you won't go, I remember when I was a kid, I used to stare at people.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't remember much about being a kid because, repressed. But
maybe that's why they stare.
Yeah. But another one was Friday night. I was driving back from... we went around to Brad to play a game. And it was really good fun. Had a jolly good time. And I was driving home and I drove past the... down Chatham Hill, past the billboard where we peed.
Oh, here we go.
Remember that story?
Yes, I do.
So we were coming back from...
I found your phone.
That's the one. Spoilers. So we were coming down the hill. I'm not even sure if I've told this story, but fuck it, it's a funny story, so I'll do it.
I'm not sure if I remember it.
No. So we're coming down the hill. We've been to Gillingham for something. I forget what it was, but
it was at the start, wasn't it? I think it was for like a gathering.
That sounds right. Yeah. We were in Gillingham for some sort of pub gathering, and we decided to walk home. And we get to the bottom of the hill, and I'm desperate for a piss, and I'm absolutely busted. I mean, I've got old man kidneys, so unfortunately when I need to go, I gotta go.
There's been a trail like half a mile back.
This is also another reason it makes you feel old.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, the kid staring at me makes me feel old, not this drip.
They make me feel old and then I wet myself.
Yeah, because then I pee.
And they stare even harder.
But we're walking down the hill, and I'm just like, Mark, mate, I can't go on until we've stopped for a piss because I'm just absolutely bursting. So, all right, fine, I need to go anyway. So we duck in behind the bushes.
No, they only cut to like waist height though, so it's not like
we're
a full bush.
We're behind some waist high bushes,
like my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
and we're facing that damn 70s muff.
That's why I feel old. I remember 70s muff.
Do I remember it, or have I just had it told to me? Well, when were you born? The late 80s.
Yeah, sit down, let me tell you a tale of 70s muff.
Stay a while and listen to Tales of Bush.
Not the band.
So we stop at these waist-high bushes, and I think we're facing away from the road, though, aren't we? Or are we facing to the road?
Oh, we're facing the road.
Facing the road.
Yep.
So and because obviously I'm quite tall, I have to squat down a bit because although it's going to hide the tip, it's not going to hide. Not going to hide the. I'm
The fact it's so big it pokes through the bush. Anyway, you're like, fuck.
So I basically just coated the traffic lights.
Yeah. If only it was a couple of metres wider.
Jesus Christ. We'll be able to walk. So as I think we'd literally started peeing about a second and a half.
Yeah.
And a police car comes down the hill. And they were like, oh shit. Because at this point we're knelt down behind some waist-high bushes and it's pretty fucking obvious what's going on.
Yeah.
And Mark, in a move of improvised genius, goes, Rob, I found your phone. Right? So I just kind of hear it and I just don't process it straight away. So we're just peeing away and then the police car goes past without incident. They probably didn't even look, to be honst.
Well, I did hold the phone up. Like,
Yeah,
it was quite convincing.
They're not sitting there going, a couple of fags looking for phones.
Phone-seeking faggots. So we're just... we sort of finish up, and like I say, I don't think the police car even looked over.
Actually, can we rephrase finish up? I don't like being in the bush with another man here and finish up.
If we must, yeah. So anyway, we top ourselves off, and
we expelled some urine.
I found your phone. You want me to finish up?
Oh, now we can record the end.
We expelled some urine.
I've got a vague
Rob
recollection of
removed
this story,
his
but...
scaffolding pole of a cock from my arsehole.
Yeah. So we finish up, and I turn to Mark, and I go, "What was the phone thing about?" And he goes, "Well, I figured that if we could at least explain why we were behind the bushes, then it might make ourselves look better." And I said, "Well, that's all well and good, except why would the phone have gone behind?" That was so tired. I threw my phone over there because I'm an idiot.
How clumsy of me!
Awkward situation. What?
I'm not a peeing officer. I'm just a moron.
Yeah, I just like throwing my phone like I do of American football.
Go along, man. So this is not the end of the journey. So I drive through Chatham and up into Borstal. As I'm driving up towards Borstal, a couple of kids are wandering down the other way, and one of them is holding a sign that says "footway closed." So he's obviously picked it up from some sort of roadworks. And
were they staring at you?
They were.
That's that guy who pissed in the bushes.
A couple of years ago.
Oh, there his phone.
I bet he tells this story on a fucking podcast. So this made me feel old because when I was younger, I remember an incident where we went out for my stepdad's stag do, and we actually somebody picked up a traffic cone and wore it as a hat for a few hundred feet, and the police car actually pulled over and made him go back and put it back. So he's like, no, that's what they're for a reason. Like they're
just random toys.
Yeah.
They're not here for your amusement.
Yeah, they don't just randomly deploy traffic cones just for the sake of funsies.
Tell you what, Friday night, boys. There we go.
Let's fuck with some motorists. That's the Department of Transport and Trolling. This is what made, like I say, it made me feel old because normally I'd have just gone, silly kids. But I was like, I should phone the police and tell them that's important. That sign, it's gonna be useful to somebody, and I should report this. And this is compulsion.
Someone's going to walk down a footpath and realise it's closed.
Yeah, somebody's going to walk down a footway that's closed, and then they're going to get, I don't know, inconvenienced. Can't be having this.
And they're going to go, oh, for fuck's sake, and walk
It's
along.
current year, for fuck's sake.
It's financial week, damn it.
It's financial week. So yeah, that made me feel old. And then there was one a couple of weeks ago. You were actually here for both of these, Mark. So these were.
See, I'm interested to hear this.
To hear the perspective. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you were there for this particular bit, but we were out at the pub for a friend's birthday, and Mark was there, and Crouch was there actually as well.
Surprise!
Yep. And the bouncers, the staff, bar staff, came around and started IDing people. And they were sort of, they went across the table and they saw Jens and they saw friend Mira and people like that. And then they came to me and they just went, "Nah, you're all right." So I just I ended up sounding so but they took it, they checked it anyway. But that part of the reason.
Please let me feel young.
Part of the reason I think I did that was because my driving license file, I don't know if you've seen it, but I had my head buzzed too
short,
really short,
yeah.
And they wouldn't let me wear my glasses, so I basically I look like a crime watch E-fit. Have you seen this man? He is 31.
See,
that is his crime, and that is his punishment.
He is old enough to know better.
This is how you know you're getting old as well, because I remember back in the day when you got ID'd, if you could make it past the bouncers without being ID'd, it's like, yeah, brilliant, yeah. And now it gets to the point where it happens all the time, where it's
and
like,
you're just like, oh, that's it. That's exactly it. There's that shift where it's
that's why I agree. I always get annoyed that I'm like, you never ID'd me when I was underage. Why are you IDing me now?
This is it. I've only ever been ID'd for things I am old enough for. Like I've been ID'd. I was ID'd in a branch of Curry's in Chatham once for trying to buy Blade Runner on PC, which was a 15. I was 17, but I didn't have any ID because I was 17. Didn't have a provisional because I hadn't started learning to drive yet, and there's nothing else. This was pre-citizen card.
Yeah.
And I mean, even now, I suppose there's probably more stuff. But I didn't carry my passport around with me for vague PC game retail purchases. Yeah. But apparently the game was all right, so I guess I missed out.
I can't ever remember getting ID'd, which either means that no one cared, or how do you tell the age of a decrepit monkey skeleton?
You've always looked old, I guess.
I suppose so.
Yeah. But
Call me Benjamin Button.
But I remember once my friends were really clever. They told the DJ at my 17th birthday that it was my 18th, so he actually announced it in front of the whole pub. So, celebrating his 18th today is this guy Rob, and we're like, "Wait, that's me! It's my birthday!" And then for the next year, I don't think I even used it, but I could have gone in and they'd have been like, "Oh yeah, he was here for his 18th birthday. That's fine." Yeah. That was the only idea I needed, was a really, really gullible bouncer.
Yeah, I was wondering if you actually walked up with one of these, the big 18 today badges to a club, would they just go, yeah.
Oh, he's got ID, that's fine.
He's obviously his birthday. He may look 12, but that's not the point.
Thank you very much.
I might do that going down to the next pub, actually, next time I want to feel younger. Just put this 18-year-old badge on and just see him go, really?
Fuck.
I would love to go into this club, but I've just got to stare at this man that's just come out of his house.
But
I'm done.
So something else that happened that night. I don't know if you saw this happen.
I don't remember the ID thing. So
yeah, I think that was before you got.
Where the hell was I?
I think you came down a bit later, didn't you?
No, because I put Mia in.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where I was.
Maybe it's before she got there. Then.
Oh, maybe I was probably at the bar.
Maybe. Oh, that's possible actually. Yeah.
That could have been. Anyway.
But yeah, we went to we stayed at the pub for the rest of the night, and then when we left, So this is a bit gruesome, and I apologise because there are a few people who are going to hear this bit and go, "Oh fuck," and that's my reaction too. But I have to tell this bit to get to this bit. So at the end of the night, we're standing outside. Me and Jen are standing outside Wetherspoons waiting for you guys because I think you were just grabbing your coats or something.
Yeah. Because we were Crouch and wait.
Crouch and Alicia and Mia.
Yep.
And Kaz had already gone, right?
Kaz left hours ago. Yeah.
And we're standing. Me and Jen are standing outside, and she suddenly just goes, "Oh." What's up? I said, somebody just spat on you. And what had happened was somebody had driven past in a taxi and spat ketchup out of the window and actually sprayed it across the back of my jacket. So you can see, if you look at my jacket now, it's actually just got... We've done the best we can with it, but it looks like I've been out in the mud, basically. It's just got like specks of, of
that's
dirt.
Nasty.
Yeah, and that was my reaction, was like, a younger me might have been like, where is the cunt? I'm going to go down and shout him down. At least I wouldn't have probably like... You know how your brain just like sort of goes, I'm going to go yank him out of this fucking taxi and pummel him into the ground. But the reality is I'd probably just go, hey, cut that out. And that's when I felt old, because that was the best I could imagine, was me going up and saying, hey,
that's like the idea that
you're a jerk.
I like the idea that someone like Tajiri from Dodo Yi just going, I don't like ketchup.
This is ketchup. I wanted blood.
Yeah, I wanted the green mist.
And I knew it was ketchup because of the smell, but it was very... It's like, this is not blood, this is good. Because I'd probably have to get tested.
A little bit.
If I spat blood on, I'd probably get checked out,
It could be just a fight in a taxi, just go...
The taxi driver's just like, you are fucking paying. Punch. Yeah. He just spits ketchup.
Oh, there's ketchup on me, and this tooth.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things, like Jen sort of, saying, she didn't know which car it was, so like, I say... In my head, I'm like, I'm going to go over there, I'm going to fucking pull him out of the taxi and I'm going to fucking kick the shit out of him. I'm going to key him in the face. All sorts of crazy shit. But the reality is, I just stood there flabbergasted, just like... And the one thing that kept running through my head is, who does that? And that was the best I've got. It's like, who, what, why? You kids and your music.
And you're staring.
Yeah, I tried to chase him down, but the footwear was closed. I didn't...
See, I had that walking home from, I think it was Tapton Tin with, remember Alan Gilbert?
Yeah, we walking Shout out to Alan if you're listening.
Woo, Alan.
That is the enthusiasm you summon here.
Alan, Steve. Steve. And we were walking home from Tapton Tin, just along New Road. And we're just walking around, just having a conversation, and all of a sudden this car goes past, and it just lobs an egg, and it catches Alan straight in the back, and it just sprays all over me. And again, the young me in my head is like, you go chase him down, the road's empty, I was never going to catch him, but I was running down, but all I could do was just stand there going, what? Why me?
Well, it's funny because on the Monday after the weekend, I spoke to my mate at work, a guy called Ammo, who listens to the show. Again, shout out if you're listening, Ammo. But he's like a big fucking hench bodybuilder guy, so he's proper like, he solves every problem with like fists first. Paperwork later. Legal disclaimers. I've never heard him actually do that. He talks about it a lot. That's all. And he was just saying like, "Yo man, I'd have been fucking power bombing his ass." So he just walks out, John Cena. That's my favourite meme of 2015 by far. I assume it's 2015, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it's 2016 now.
It is now. I'm not fooled by those cheap diaries, Blake.
1993 again. Oh,
it is strange.
When will this year end?
Here's another thing that, like, I just realised actually, just thought of one that made me feel old again. Is I was in Waterstones yesterday. Other book retailers are available, and
you bought a book?
No, actually, no. It's a hell of an anecdote. I didn't buy anything, but I was in there. I was in Waterstones, and I was looking at the sale stuff because obviously they've had January just gone, and they have like clearance stuff, and there's still stuff there because they can't shift it because it's all still fucking expensive. And I'm standing there looking at diaries, and they've got an R2D2 like pocket diary, like a day planner, and I was like, oh, that's cool, and it's 75% off. And I looked at the retail price, 18 fucking quid.
18 quid.
18 quid, and it was weird because again, it's one of those getting old things. I looked at the price, I looked at the discount, and I was like, $4.50 is not bad, but I resent the fact it was £18 in the first place, so I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it based on what it should have been.
Yeah, that's ludicrous, but it's like really cheap now. No, it's still ludicrous.
It's ludicrous. It's 75% off a big price.
Yeah, to be fair, £4.50 for it isn't bad at that price.
Exactly, and that's the thing. That's why I feel a bit stupid for it. It's like that's when I know I'm getting on. Or like when we went to Yo Sushi for lunch, and I was like, let's get some big bowls and fill up on those, and then we'll have a couple of little plates. 50 fucking quid later. That didn't go so well.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Nice though.
I had a similar thing where I was balking at a price of it was on Origin, the EA DRM site.
Yep.
It was they had the complete collection of Command and Conquer, like all 17 games or whatever it is. 25 quid, and I thought, oh, that's a bit much. I'll wait for it to come out in the sale. And I just, out of curiosity, looked on Amazon, 6 quid.
Wow.
So I was like, and I went, well, EA can go fuck themselves. I didn't mind it was for a download code that I just put on Origin anyway.
That's the thing. It's mental to think about, right? That some places are so much higher in price. Like we were, me and this guy Ammo were in Forbidden Planet a few weeks ago. Again, other retailers are available, but this is the one we were in.
But I can say, I feel that can be quite expensive.
So he was talking to me about board games, and we were chatting away. We were looking through the selection, and they've got the standard fare. They got sort of Catan and Carcassonne and Discworld, the Witches or whatever it's called.
I must admit, it's been a while since I've been in it, but they had a fairly good line.
They got reasonable selection.
Considering that board gaming's only recently become more popular recently, I thought they had a fairly good range.
Yeah, and they had Imperial Assault at retail price, which is 80 quid. And I said, I know a retailer online where I can get it delivered within 3 days for £55. Now, I accept that retail stores are more expensive, but I don't accept that they're 25 fucking quid more expensive in that situation. It's just, there's no way they can justify that to me. It's just outrageous. And this is the thing, again, it's a getting old thing. I'm just finding myself going, that's not acceptable at all. And
Not in this recession, no.
What recession?
The recession we were in 10 years ago.
You literally are going to be those old people at the cinema we used to work with. It's like £5 for popcorn.
Cranky train.
Even I will admit that I whinge at the prices of cinemas.
Well, I mean, I only pay for snacks because I've got one of those subscription cards. But like, I'm a fucking idiot because I balk at the price of something like a daily planner. Meanwhile, I don't use my fucking card, and I'm sinking whatever the price is every month for fuck all. I've definitely just got a problem with my priorities, I guess.
It could be.
Yeah. Who knows? But I mean, is it just me? Is this this kind of little things that just kind of gnaw away at you and make you feel old?
I've got like where I work. There's quite a few younger guys that I work with quite closely. There's one guy who's 21, another guy who's 20, and then the nearest one is 26. Okay. So obviously, being 29, I'm the oldest one out of the bunch.
Yeah.
And there's so many times I'll be sitting having a conversation with Max, who's the youngest, 20. And I'll be just talk about like, I remember when I was young, like PlayStation 1, when that came out, it was amazing. It's like, what's PlayStation 1? I was like, what? What? It's like, yeah, what's the PlayStation 1? I'm like, when were you born? He's like, well, 1996. I was like,
that's when it came out.
That's when it came out. So I was old enough. I think I was what, 8?
Yeah,
no, just 10.
Don't talk about Game Gears or Mega Drives.
No. I knew that was beyond his time, but I was coming up.
Yeah, you
10.
think that for people that owned the PS2, PS3, PS4, whatever, they would know what a PS1 could be.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking. It's like they couldn't even conceive of what it might be.
You say that, but look at Xbox One. What came before that? Xbox 360. It makes no sense.
No.
Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows XP, Windows 10. What the fuck? Which way are these going? So I can, in that sort of sense,
I think my favourite.
Basically, what it boils down to is Microsoft won't be just held down by your conventions, man.
Yeah. No, my favourite thing about them announcing Windows 10 before Windows 9 was basically it was just a comment on a Facebook post. I can't remember what it was. It was about Windows 10.
Yeah.
But they just said if they carry on counting like this, we'll be back on 95.
That's what it was. Just re-releasing 95 and just like,
yeah, we admit it. That was the best one.
We were building to this point, and none of you saw it coming.
But that's it. It's just
one
that
podcast.
Yeah. That conversation with him just made me just sit there and think, fucking hell, I was 10 when you were born, and I was already like well into my gaming from there, and you didn't even know how to hold your own head up. Yeah. It was terrible. And another thing that obviously
another thing.
Obviously everyone knows 1997 Final Fantasy VII came out. It's got the remake that's coming out, and I just sit and think, fuck a duck. 20 years ago.
Yep.
That just went quick.
I love when you I simultaneously love it, and it's incredible to me when you think that some of the things that we liked are sort of so old now. Like, obviously, I'm 32 this year, and I'm old. I'm younger than Blade Runner because that came out in 82.
Oh shit!
Right? It's weird to think, that these things are I mean, Terminator's fucking 30 years old.
I was going to say, like, isn't I think I watched Labyrinth the other week because Debo wasn't that 86?
That sounds right.
When so I'm just sitting thinking
Mid to late 80s
yeah.
for sure.
That's as old as me then.
That's as old. That film is as old as me. Like there's music I listen to. Like I don't care. I like Michael Jackson, but there's a lot of Michael Jackson songs that are out that I listen to that are older than me.
Yeah.
And when you get to like 30, I just sit there and think that's impossible. I've been here since the dawn of time.
There was no music before he was white.
He was white.
So
he was a different colour.
Apparently. First transracial.
There you go. Actually, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, have you guys seen the remake announcement trailer?
Oh yeah.
And I was scrolling through some of them, just having a look at some of these things, and I came across the best reaction ever. And I'm going to show it to you now. Obviously, people listening will hear the noise, but it's this big, massive black guy just like watching this thing, and his reaction is just priceless. And I'm just gonna get this playing now.
This cannot be real. This cannot be.
That's the thing, you could hear everyone in E3 bloody well.
Yeah, totally. It was incredible to me to see that reaction. I sat there thinking, like, I know it's a popular game, but fuck me, that's like it's a remake of a game you've played. Like, I'm amazed that it gets that excited with that.
I know, and I mean, I'm a big Final Fantasy VII fan, always have been.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of me that's like, Mark, you're getting over a game that you've already completed.
Yeah,
almost 20 years ago.
To be fair, the gameplay looks radically different.
It does.
Yeah.
It's a lot more run around, hack and
It
slash.
looks more like the way the 15's going.
Yeah, but which I'm curious about, because I kind of like the whole kind of just like stand there, click attack. That that I quite like, but I'm curious to see where they're going to go with this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to.
It's not going to stop me replaying.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
absolutely.
it'd be, because I think the story's good enough to carry it anyway.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we didn't talk about the Game Gear because I think it would have drained my laptop battery.
I don't think you could get Final Fantasy 7 running on the Game Gear.
Game Gear.
Maybe hooked up to the sun.
Why is it getting dark?
Today a black hole was created near Mercury when somebody tried to play Final Fantasy VII on the Game Gear hooked up to the sun. And this is how this ends. With fucking Game Gear.
Fuck's sake, like...
Yeah, not with a... This is how it ends. Not with a bang. Not with a bang, but...
Sega. It'd be like book one of the Dawn of Humanity. Then there was nothing. Except that fucking Game Gear. With its battery light blinking on and, and one guy who happened to be in the right place to survive it all.
And the man was fucked because they couldn't press circle to start the game anyway.
I just got this image of just Blake just sitting there, just playing the game gear. It goes dark outside, taking the streets. He's just sitting there going, fucking hell, I didn't get to the save point. What's going on outside?
That would be how the world would end. And then it would start Blake, the last creationist.
Coming to a cinema near you.
Have you heard the word about Coming to a cinema near you, which can't be powered.
The Passion of Blake, seen by no one.
I appreciate this.
Yeah. Fucking Game Gear. I like the fact that I own so many consoles, yet everyone thinks I just own a Game Gear now.
That'd be great if we just had this. Everybody's got these, every on like places like Reddit and stuff share these big fuck off shelves, like with just I've got all the consoles and look at me, and then Blake's just like
just a Game Gear.
Check my Game Gear out.
Just a massive empty wall, just a Game Gear. Will destroy the world.
I would have more consoles, but I haven't got enough power in my house.
Yeah, we've got Tetris now. It's a Game Gear, it's just columns.
Is that alright? Yeah, it's fine. I appreciate it.
It will never be Tetris, but it's fine.
You'll never be Tetris.
Credits.
I never owned a Game Gear. No, I must admit. I always had the Game Boy. I had a Master System to combat that because let's face it, it was just a bigger version of the same damn thing. Yeah. But stole less power? I don't actually know.
Fewer.
No.
I don't know. No. What are you rifling through, Rob?
I'm looking at see if there's anything good in the mailbag.
We have a mailbag?
I still hear the kids outside, even though the window's shut.
Why are they
They are excessively.
They're just very loud kids.
Exceptionally fucking loud.
Why are they staring at you, Rob?
We know you're in there. We don't know who you are, but we know.
We know.
Oh, that's another thing again that got me at work with this Max guy. Like, we'll talk about Facebook and that's it. And then someone piped up and went, "Hey guys, do you remember the days of MySpace?" And he's like, "The fuck is MySpace?" And the only thing I could just sit there and think was MySpace was basically Facebook before they decided to just rent itself out like some kind of rent boy to fucking bands everywhere.
I was about to say MySpace is a tool that gave bands an inflated sense of their own self-importance. Hey man, the band is going to make it. We got a MySpace page with 47 people we're in, and I think you can agree that's stardom right there.
Yeah. MySpace is like Facebook, only shit.
Hey man, come on.
My stepdad Steve doesn't think so.
My stepdad Steve, right? He is in the band with me, and it's really cool because he doesn't have a job, so he's not tied down to any commitments by the man, and he can just create freely, and we don't really need to eat. Eating's a tool of the man. Of the government, man. They keep. You ever tried not eating? No, you haven't. Yeah, ever tried going through the hunger to get to the other side? You have a transcendent state of being.
Are you conformists with your full stomachs?
It's got a bit of Stewie Griffin there.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Anyway, we played the tap and turn for 3 people, so therefore we're famous now, man.
Yeah, we got the EP coming out soon. 4 songs. They combine to a total of 17 minutes, so I think you can agree that it's stardom right there.
That's good value for money at £10.
In all fairness, 12 of those minutes of Reed stringing the guitar.
So, I mean, understandably, we're kind of booking the Albert Hall now for a year's time, because I think this trajectory is just unprecedented.
Yeah. We're good.
Let's just stop now.
Shut it down. Shut it all down.
The days of MySpace. I remember that. You used to go into your profile, you'd have a song assigned to your profile. Every time you clicked on someone's thing, they had some stupid ass song.
Yeah.
Turn it down.
Yeah.
No one cares about your music.
Well, Marc,
actually, you know the weird thing, it auto-played when you went in it.
Yeah. And I was one of those annoying kids as well. I did it. I used to have maybe the most embarrassing song.
Messenger.
MSN.
I remember bloody sending music to people in terms of early piracy.
Listen to this.
Yeah, and it'd be this is this, and they'll download it.
Yeah.
I remember sending someone an entire album over in 2 hours.
You remember when the internet was like this? All night and you'd see 8 women. I remember, going back. I remember when we first got internet. I think we were one of the first houses in our area to get it, and I felt like fucking Johnny Big Bollocks.
And unfortunately, you haven't upgraded.
And you were with
it. You're not wrong. True story, Mark. Right. So I've told Blake this before. There was a night a few weeks ago where I'm sitting on the Xbox and I'm just sat there, and there's a certain sense that the connection is very slow. I'm in a party. They can't hear me because I keep breaking up and things like that. And I'm just like, what is my speed? What's going on with this shit? I've run a speed test. It's 0.06 megaseconds. Dial up in 2015. Now 2016.
Wow.
Yeah. So understandably, when I move, it's fibre optic or get the fuck out.
Oh.
I've already told Jen I'll pay the whole bill myself if it means I get broadband speeds that don't make me cry into my fucking pillow.
The thing is, it's going to be too fast. It's actually going to communicate for you before you've even opened your fucking mouth.
I've downloaded
It's
that.
Yeah, you open your PC, there's already what's the porn for you.
It was shit. That plumber never did fix that.
I just turned it on and it's covered in cum. How did this even happen? Why did my balls feel dry?
I need to refuel.
But that was the thing, in the sort of mid to late 90s when I first got internet in my house. It was the kind of thing of I'm a 12-year-old kid. I'm just I'm going to look for pictures of Courtney Cox in a bikini. That's the sort of thing. Now I'm just all bets are off. I'm checking for any old fucking depravation. I'm just has a raccoon ever fucked a skateboard? Yeah, no, that's done. Right, fair enough.
I'm wondering how cats have become an internet sensation.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking animal.
Well, see,
they're more famous than some YouTube.
Oh no!
Fucking certainly are.
Actually, what is that thing? I don't know if everyone's been seeing it. Actually, go around these guys on. I think they were YouTube guys have lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
That's funny you mentioned that because when I was watching that video you showed just now, I I was thinking he'll be sued soon.
Yeah. What
But
is this
actually-
thing? Because
so
they try and
so
coin something.
The story goes that basically the Fine brothers, who are the ones who do the kids react to blank, or YouTubers react to blank, or teens react to
Yeah.
blank,
Right,
they do a certain format of show. Mm-hmm. And their
Is it
format...
reacting to blank?
Well, yeah, but there's
Blank or Blake?
They tried to trademark the concept of
Shame.
It's an abstract concept. How can you possibly trademark this? By just being more specific about how it's going to be used. So they trademark. My understanding of it is, so crazy legal disclaimers, I'm by no means saying that I know exactly what happened here from start to finish. I'm just going by what I've understood.
This is a legitimate use of disclaimer here.
Absolutely.
I appreciate this.
Occasionally we'll do that.
Take that, Brad.
We've been known to do that 2 or 3 times in a fucking decade. And so the Fine brothers tried to trademark the term React World, which is they wanted to make a channel thing where it's like if you wanted to franchise out essentially, you could do so, and they would offer you support on how to film it and how to structure it and how to organise it, how to display it. And
Okay. Yeah.
So they would offer you a kind of almost like a trademarking thing, this is the Crazy Train podcast from Emotionally 14. If there was another podcast that one of the others wanted to do that they wanted to put under the banner, it would be E14 Presents whatever, and they would still be able to do everything they wanted, but they would have support from me in terms of whatever.
So we'd have Crazy Train TM to it or something like that.
I don't know, something like that.
Oh,
But
okay.
maybe not even that much, but something along those lines.
Yeah. I think if we try to do
Crazy Train trademark.
trademark our name, Oddie Osborne's going to knock on our door.
Well, maybe if he's...
if he can actually make it to my
Maybe we could get him as a guest star.
Yeah, Blake, with the greatest of respect to Ozzy Osbourne's legacy, I suspect that he's not the type who's massively up on patent law.
Yeah. Good thing we didn't cover Kiss. Gene Simmons just comes in and goes, "This is mine, this is mine."
Just the tongue comes through the window and just mutes the mic. So they tried to trademark that, and the problem they ran into was they left the trademark very vague.
Okay.
And people cottoned on to the fact that they could, if they wanted to, use it to shut down people reacting to things as a concept on YouTube videos. So
That's just ridiculous.
it is, but I mean, that's not to say that they were planning on doing it. But the fact is, on the internet, you don't do stuff like that without some backlash. Because even something like when Marcus Persson, the guy Notch, announced a game called Scrolls, and Bethesda's lawyers went, "Can't do that because we've got Elder Scrolls, and people might get confused and think it's part of the series." Now, most people won't, but there's a possibility people might. And the argument was, if we don't protect our if we're not seen to protect our trademarks, in future somebody might go the Elder Scrolls, and we might not be able to sue them because it looks like we don't give a shit about our trademark. So it's about showing willing to protect it as much as it is actually.
Alright.
And
Wasn't there something recently?
the lawsuit
about
never
that
came
as
to
well?
anything, but
I think isn't there a thing between EA and Ubisoft or something recently?
oh, probably yeah. There
Yeah,
usually
I
is.
thought I read something recently.
They're fucking circling each other in a pit. Like, oh, you're going to call your game Origin, are you? That's interesting. Just hovering with a fucking pen. Jab to the neck.
Why is Ubisoft wearing a rug?
Nap to the leg.
I used to be a game company like you.
That's
but
how
I took an arrow to the knee.
That's how patent lawyers work. Is they're just like
Stab
you
people in the
leg. Shake them up. Knife to the leg. Good luck with your patent.
In all fairness, like trials would be over a lot quicker if you could just give the defendant and the
I demand the trial by combat.
Disclaimer.
When you play the game, when you play the Throne of Games. Just enough.
Yeah, Telltale going, actually.
Actually. Hey man, come on man.
Actually, we haven't created a 6-episode thing about a thing yet.
Hey,
When you contribute to an activity of a chair,
when you contribute to activity of chair, you succeed or you are dead.
or
The
you
chair made of spikes.
It's not Thor, it's very clear, very different.
What do you think, Steve?
Well,
Steve, what do you sound like?
I'm sorry, I'm updating my MySpace page.
I'm just updating it with our latest gig at the Albert Hall, scheduled for next week. Just we took another look at those numbers, and they're just dozens a day.
We're going to sell out in like 2018.
Hey man, we'll never sell out, alright?
We're doing a song
It's
called...
a pure compromise to our aesthetic values.
It's called Lunatic Automotive.
I'm going off the rails on the lunatic automotive.
Yourself.
I want that to be his band. Suddenly I just had it in my head of him just on a video, just like
to a camera, holding like a broom as his guitar.
Yeah, sitting in the middle of the album.
And he gets a sellout crowd.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
This is how I know I'm old. I don't appreciate this.
Hey man, if the crowd sold out, I'm not interested.
Actually, go back to the
I
old.
like that. Oh, we didn't sell one ticket. Oh, that's alright, we didn't sell out.
I'm going back actually to the old thing. Actually, I just remembered this. I was going to mention this earlier.
Bloody memories failing me.
One more thing. It's like South Park did an episode of I think it was Stan or Kyle. I can't remember Kyle. And his little brother Ike is like watching some guy called I'm not actually going to say his name. Disclaimer. But watching a guy who comments on other people playing games. So he basically videos himself commenting on people playing games. And I just sat there and I was totally with Carl because I'm just sitting there thinking, this is ridiculous. I'd rather just play the game.
But
people watch Let's Plays all the time.
But I looked at the subscribers. Some of them got thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of views.
I'm guilty of watching some.
It's not a crime, mate.
I'll leave now.
You've been convicted of the crime of enjoying YouTube videos. How do you plead? I'm your Judge Palpatine.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Blake and I'm a Yogscast fan. Hi, Blake.
Today I went 3 hours without watching a YouTube video, but then I just had to see what they thought about the latest Call of Duty. I'm shamefaced. Oh shit. Yeah. Anyway, so actually, one question that was a really good fun one last time we recorded for you because we haven't heard your opinion on this one yet.
Okay.
If you could do any job from real life or fiction, what would you do?
Any job from real life or fiction.
And thankfully, Blake and Crouch set the bar pretty fucking low on the last recording, so I think you're safe no matter what you say. You can say a piece of toast and somehow not be the worst.
No, I'm definitely not.
I'm curious, what was the opinions? Because I want to see how low this bike is so Michael Bay can raise it.
So Crouch chose Velociraptor.
What's that job?
Because it's Crouch.
Occupation Velociraptor.
They're making a comeback, man.
Shut up, Saber.
Well, I chose a red shirt on Star Trek.
So his best job is to either be subservient or die.
See, I was going to go say something serious like, I know it's just carry on the Fun Fancy fanboy page. I'll be an ex-member of Soldier or Soldier, stuff like that.
Cool.
But I'm just sitting thinking maybe I need to think of something ridiculous like, I don't know, the guy that smooths out the pixels on fucking dead or alive girls' arses so they look as smooth as possible. The guy who adds the bounce to every single tit in every single game.
That's a legitimate job.
I know it is.
Lucky
bastard!
Breast physicist.
It's the best job in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
Best in living memory.
Oh, that just clicked. Oh.
Dead or alive, the breast the man can get.
Every time I see a razor in fucking Boots or Superdrug now, I sit there and I think of our song of fucking Gillette, the best a man can be asked to do.
Because we're all now growing beards, you're out of business. Start shaving your balls.
The best your balls can get.
Except unless you nick an artery, then you're pretty much useless.
The Gillette, please don't use the straight blades.
Gillette, you just cut your balls off, so we might as well switch to Venus.
Gillette, don't use your Venus for your penis.
I'm your Venus, not for your penis.
That should legit be a marketing strategy. Now when I say strategy, I meant strategy. I had an itch.
Alright,
I got distracted halfway through my own sentence.
Oh, look, wrestling. It's the wrong question.
I don't know. I said my serious answer would probably be, as said,
Like an
It
ex-soldier.
would be a member of Soldier, Fun Fantasy.
Okay.
I'd love to walk around just carrying hand.
Big fuck off.
No,
sword.
yeah, with no innuendos included, or make up for something. Fuck off, internet. It's
The bigger I've got, the better.
It'd be wicked just to run around just hunting monsters as a job. I think it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't get me wrong, I would be shit scared, but there it is.
I love about you attacking like Bayonet or something. Just going like
That's the.
like him throwing your sword at it.
It's like Beowulf in his adolescence. I am Beowulf.
I've come to kill your monster.
Now I feel ready for this action.
Oh, I killed this monster. I better update my MySpace.
Hey man, I killed 3 monsters this month. I think you can agree I am the best monster hunter in the world.
I think I'm owed some gil.
The only thing
Hey
I
man,
would just be
Gil
sitting
is
there
a
going,
tool of the man.
I would have killed bosses and things like that. I would do things to them here, but I'd just be standing there for an hour afterwards going, I do not feel levelled up one single bit.
Oh wait a minute, I didn't spin my sword. Maybe that's why.
Why is this snake carrying a torpedo? Why does it do it?
You
It
get
will
old.
forever be a mystery.
We're getting old. We wouldn't question that shit when we were younger. So, snake, torpedo, I'm on board. And now
That's
it's
it,
like,
yeah.
why is he? No, I need to know his
Of
motivations.
course, this wolf would have carried 3 mega potions.
Hey,
One in each arm.
here's a Final Fantasy female character. She's wearing just a bra and underwear. That gives her the best armour in the game.
Yeah, sure, why not? Nowadays, we're like, what's her motivation? Come on, guys. Come on, stick your fucking game.
Seriously,
Come on.
if it rains, she's going to catch a cold. It's not going to be fun for anyone.
Can we just equip her with a jumper or something?
Yeah. But however, it deflects weapons lasers.
That's it. Any single boss is going to go, we're going to attack this girl, but I'm only going to hit her in this small tiny bits to cover her nipples. Ding, ding.
Oh, no!
They said that was their weakness. I was spoiled.
Well, it's a bit like Wonder Woman and her bracelets, isn't it?
Ding, ding, ding. And you see that thing, it's like, Wonder Woman, why do you always block things with your bullets? You're bulletproof, alright? Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
I just see
Oh, yeah,
the boobs just jiggling everywhere.
There's a comic.
That's why.
There's a comic book. I can't remember what the name of it is, but the cover of it is just the superhero, just with the bullets just ricocheting off her tits, and she's just like, "I'm invincible. I can't be killed. I can fly. I have super speed, and this is the bit you object to." That's quite fun. It's annoying that I didn't remember the name of the comic because I feel like that should be rewarded by at least giving it a go. But, yeah.
Whatever comic you are, you earn a seal of approval.
Yes. Oh, you got it. You got the abruptness down as well.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
good. Good for a first effort. This is why I brought you on board.
Nailed it.
And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this show. So for Marc Cummins,
Thanks for having me, guys. It feels good to be Crazy Train.
And Blake Homer.
I own more consoles than a Game Gear.
Yep, that's fine. It's on record.
Yeah.
Passion of the
I
Blake.
just like, in case you didn't know that about me.
Yeah, there's not a lot of things. Not a lot of people know
But
this.
I am the doom of this world.
Blake, the harbinger of destruction.
All because I wanted to play Sonic the Hedgehog.
For more than 4 minutes. Fuck me, right?
Oh my god, have you just told me that I'm now actually got a permanent job with you guys, like Passion of the Blake and the guy kids stare at? This is not great.
The staring object.
I'm okay with this.
The stary door.
Welcome aboard.
the stereo door.
Yeah. I've been your host, Rob Wade. Thank you, rather, not welcome. I've been your host. Thank you for
Yeah, we're
listening.
trying to leave, Rob.
I've been your host. Welcome to goodbye. That's a prog album.
Welcome to
I've
this
never heard.
door in your face.
So if you've enjoyed the show, you can find us on. We're available on iTunes. We're available on Feedburner at the. You can search The Crazy Train as one word, and it will bring it up. We can be found on YouTube at Emotionally14, digits not letters. The website is emotionally14.com, digits not letters. The Facebook is Emotionally14, digits not letters. Twitter, Emotionally14, digits not letters. There's a theme, people.
1-4.
1-4.
People just sound like Crazy Train, digits, not letters. It takes me to a broken link.
Yeah.
Crazy
Why is
Train,
it taking me
digits not letters.
to? Yeah. Why is this taking me to porn? Before I even typed it.
And there's come on my screen again.
So to recap, we are on iTunes, Emotionally14. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Emotionally14. We're on Emotionally14.com. There is no excuse for not finding these websites except your own damn laziness. And for that, I thank you. If you want to find me on Twitter, I'm at RobWadeVision. Blake is at Fuck's Sake Blake. And tell you what, there's just quality over quantity there.
Especially over quantity.
His first tweet will be amazing when that day
when it
comes.
finally gets there.
Mark, do you have any social media stuff?
I don't, but you can always find me on Facebook, Marc Spindash. I usually post any kind of funny shit I see. So
Are you
add me.
Are you followable?
I don't know. Just friend request me or message me. I'll send you some funny shit, whatever. I'm on there, but that's Marc with a C. Marc with a C, not a K, because my dad can't spell.
Oh, okay.
So,
fair enough.
there you go. That's me.
Nice. Well, thank you for listening to Crazy Train episode 39. Peace.